Good morning or afternoon, friends. I'm Mrs. Petty, second grade teacher of Baba, and today we are going to talk about the topic of symmetry for this week's math instructional video. Now, for second graders in the state of Virginia, the SOLs state that the student will be able to draw a line of symmetry and identify and draw shapes that have at least one line of symmetry. So let's start talking about what symmetry is first. A couple different ways to think about it. One on the side on the left here with the tree shows a big, tall evergreen with a line going straight down the center. And it says symmetry means a mirror image. One side is the mirror image of the other. So if you notice on that tree, if you folded the tree in half on that line, it would fold and be the same on both sides. It's also when a shape appears to be exactly the same if you flip it to the side or turn it. Symmetry is also when an object is exactly the same on both sides when you fold it in half. It's got to be, that's what mirror image means. It's exactly the same on both sides. And a line of symmetry is when you draw a line on a shape that creates two figures that both have now the same size and shape. Let me show you a couple examples of what I mean. This is a square that I cut out of a piece of paper. Now, how many times could I make this symmetrical? How many lines of symmetry does this shape have? Remember, we're going to want to make a mirror image on each other so they're exactly the same size and shape on both sides. Let's try folding it down the middle, straight this way, up and down, to see if that works. Let's give it a shot. Fold it like that. And look at that. It's a mirror image. It's exactly the same on both sides. When I open it up, you can see that. Let's take a dark marker and draw that line down that crease that I just made. And now you can see, here's a line of symmetry for this square. Both sides are the exact same size and shape. So it's a line of symmetry. Now, does this square have another line of symmetry? Yes, it's possible that shapes can have more than one line of symmetry. They can go up and down. They can go side to side, vertical or horizontal, or they could go diagonally. Let's check it out. How else can I make this square have a line of symmetry? Where else could it be? Let's try folding it from top to bottom. What if I fold it like this? Will it work? Let's find out. Guys, look at that. It worked. Yes. Now the top and bottom are the same. Let's draw that line of symmetry. We found two lines of symmetry on the same object, that same square, right? Now could we do it like this? Could we do it diagonally? Let's check it out. Oh, my stars, look at this. Let's draw that line too. I think we just discovered another line of symmetry on this square. I can fold it diagonally like that too. So let's hold it up. We've got a vertical, horizontal, and diagonal line of symmetry in one object. Let's try another object. How about a heart? Cut a heart out of a piece of paper. Does it have a line of symmetry? Can I draw a line in which I can fold it and both sides will have the same size and shape? Let's try it. Let's try folding it from top to bottom. I'm seeing a problem already. I don't think that's a line of symmetry. How about if I fold it in half like this? Let's try it. By golly, looky there. I think it's the same size and shape on both sides. Let's draw a line for that. We just drew and created a line of symmetry on the shape of a heart. It folds in equally. They match perfectly. They're the same size, the same shape on both sides. That's the line of symmetry for a heart. Now, let's keep going. If you hold a mirror on the dotted line of those objects on those lines of symmetry, that's going to tell you whether or not it's the same on both sides. Let's look at this one. This dotted line in the middle is a line of symmetry. Why? Because if we fold that necklace up in half, both of those sides are going to be exactly the same. What about the girl here in the middle? The line going down her face is not a line of symmetry. She's got an eye on both sides. She's got half a nose on each side, half of her mouth. They all look symmetrical, an ear on both sides, but her braid on the side is only on one part of her face and her body, right? That's the part that makes that not a line of symmetry. If you folded that picture in half, you'd have a braid on one side, but not on the other. How about the star? Hey, going up and down vertically, that's a line of symmetry. That works out great. Now you can draw a line of symmetry vertically, like on all these pictures. Check it out. An apple, this arrow is drawn straight down the middle, even a flower. And this particular house works as a line of symmetry going vertically up and down. Did you know that ladybugs are symmetrical? If you draw a line right here in a ladybug, their black dots on the back of their bodies are the same. Pretty cool. Symmetry in nature. You can also draw lines of symmetry sometimes horizontally across, like we did on our square, and diagonally. This circle has one line of symmetry. It can go diagonal. You could move that line around, couldn't you? Go up and down, but diagonal is an option as well. Did you know that some letters and some numbers are symmetrical? You can find some lines of symmetry on some numbers and some letters. That's my challenge for you. After you finish today's video, check out the alphabet. See which letters and which numbers you can find a line of symmetry for. Now let's look at a few examples. Let's look at letter A. This reminds me of a candy wrapper. Is this dotted line down the center a line of symmetry? Do the top and the bottom have the same shape and size? Yes, they do. Imagine your mind if they folded on that dotted line, they would match up. That's a line of symmetry. Let's look at letter B. If you folded this object on this line, would it fold to be symmetrical? Would they all line up? Yes, that's a tough one. You really have to be able to use your thinking spatially, but yes, that is a line of symmetry. Now here's a really tough one. Let's look at this rectangle. Is this dotted line a line of symmetry? Does it create two different objects who both have the same size and shape? I don't think so. A rectangle can have a line of symmetry, but the line of symmetry for a rectangle should go up and down vertically or across horizontally, not diagonally. So that's a no. What about letter D? What do you think? Is this dotted line a line of symmetry? Would the top folded down match what's on the bottom? No, it wouldn't. On the top we have an arrow. On the bottom we have almost a rectangle. They don't match. So that's not a line of symmetry. Thanks for working on some lines of symmetry for me. And now I want you to look for objects around your house that are symmetrical. Can you find some objects around your house? Can you discover where their line of symmetry is? Don't forget to investigate the alphabet and their numbers for lines of symmetry. And look for symmetry in nature. Here's a picture of a butterfly. Do you notice that a butterfly's wings are symmetrical? Both sides of their wings have the same coloration at the same spot. When they fold it together, they are matching up exactly. Not only is the size and shape the same, but so is the colors. Hey, what's this kid doing on here? He's to remind us that our bodies are symmetrical. This young man has a symmetrical face, a symmetrical body, because his hair is the same on both sides, his eyes, he's got ears on both sides, an arm on both sides, a leg on both sides. You could draw a line vertically from top to bottom, and he would be symmetrical. That's a line of symmetry. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget your exit ticket, and make sure you mark the last question as yes that you completed the exit ticket. Have a great day.